Hello, everyone, and thank you for watching Fayetteville Public Utilities Channel 6. I'm Sarah Mack-Young, and today we're on location at Fayetteville High School, and we are here with Mr. Jason Caldwell. And Jason, tell everybody at home a little bit about you and about the program that we're going to talk about today.
So I'm Jason Caldwell, and I teach English, and I also teach guitar and Guitar 2, or audio production, here at Fayetteville High School. We offer Guitar 2, which is a really cool course. There's only maybe one of 4 or 5 in the state of Tennessee, and we were able to teach recording fundamentals. I've never worked in the recording recording business or anything like that. We teach the fundamentals of recording to our students here at Fayetteville High School every year, and so it's exciting. And we actually partner with MTSU and their audio production department, and so try to be a feeder for them, and just give some life skills to our students.
That's really cool. You said you're 1 in 4. So what made you guys want to do this program here?
Well, actually, Regina Dotson and a couple of folks from the central office had learned about a grant, and this grant gave us the ability to buy equipment, technological or media type equipment, and so we use some for our media class. We offer a media class. We do monthly videos for our elementary school, but then on top of that, we were able to purchase the equipment and do the studio class with those funds. And so just something that kind of naturally came out of just projects around here at the school. So.
All right. Well, we're excited to meet some of the students that are in the class, and also talk a little bit about, we're going to take a tour of the studio, yes. But let's talk a little bit about something else that's really important that is really cool and neat that we're going to talk about today, which is the Eclectic Christmas album.
Yeah. So at the beginning of the year, we just started talking, and one of our teachers, Terry Anderson, talked about maybe doing a Christmas album, because with Christmas music, most of it's public domain, so you don't have to worry about copyright laws. And so we decided to record a Christmas album, and it's Eclectic Christmas because each track on the CD is a different genre. And so the students arranged, produced, performed, recorded, even put the CDs together, and we're excited to be able to offer those to the community so that we can continue to grow the program. So.
All right. Well, we're excited to meet some of the students that are in this program and take a tour of the studio.
So thank y'all so much for doing this.
We're in the control room with Seth Moyer. Seth, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Let's talk a little bit about the control room and what folks, what you do in here and how you're working to produce the music that folks are going to hear on the album.
So simply in the control room, we kind of this is the central operation. So in the other recording rooms, we record drums, we record audio, we record guitar, any other thing that you can. But from here, this is where we take control and actually hit play and the record button to record those actual tracks. So this is its own separate room in itself, and this is also where we do all the mixing, the cutting, the breaking, everything else for certain tracks.
Okay, so every track that comes in, are there different levels of the audio from the other studios that you have to take and you have to combine those, or what do you have to do?
We typically just kind of try and record everything at one specific time. We can mix with all the volume. We can mix with all the tracks. We can cut and splice where we need to. So it's kind of just finding the right take and taking that and piecing it together wherever you can, making it sound pretty good. So,
how long does it usually take you to do a piece? How long does it take you to put a track together?
Depending on the song, we have one song on the Christmas album that is 7 minutes and 20 seconds long. So that song alone took around 3 days to finalize and get it to where we wanted it. And then sometimes tracks can only take, 2 days, but putting everything together, making everything sound good, making it sound the way you want it can take around couple weeks to finish. This project from start to finish took about a good month or so. So it's a process, it's work, but it certainly pays off in the end for the listeners. So
all right. What song? Tell everybody at home what song they can hear you sing on the album.
You can hear me rap on our version of Deck the Halls. It's a very modern hip hop kind of instrumental to it, and we made the instrumental from scratch with the piano behind me here, with the MIDI work that we can do. And it's basically just a very, very upbeat kind of track. I made the verses from scratch. There's 2 verses. I made both of them from scratch, and then of course the chorus is sung by one of the students here, Natasha McDonald, and she does a phenomenal job. It sounds amazing. So that's personally my favorite track. Maybe I'm a little biased, but I like it. I love the track.
That's great. And Seth, how long have you been working in the studio class, and what made you want to take this class?
So what made me want to take this class is I've always had a passion for music, and I've started making my own music here recently. And it's always kind of a way for me to express myself in a different sort of way. I've never been one to talk about much, but expressing it through music is very, it means a lot to me, So I have a voice through music, and it does mean a lot. And this is my first year taking studio class. This will be my last year, of course. I am a senior, so I will be graduating. I did take this class to learn all the fundamentals and help me progress as an artist and as a musician. So I do think that this class is very beneficial, and I would strongly recommend it if you are, interested in pursuing that music career for sure. So.
All right. Well, thank you, Seth. We appreciate your time.
Of course. Thank you.
Okay, tell us where we are and tell us your name.
I'm Nathan Hall. First of all, we are at the recording booth for the studio here at FHS. Obviously, you look behind me. You've got the mic, which runs up through the roof there into the main control room. Stand for music. The foam. We sit right here. We sing, obviously, talking into the foam to where it catches all the echo because you don't want a lot of echo everywhere. And then we got headphones, listening to and all that good stuff. The portable recording booth, technically, for the Guitar 1 class. It's just, iPad setup, keyboard for your basic stuff. But then you got the pad over there, which special effects and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, just get Guitar 1. They can come in here, play, record themselves. It sends it over there to them. They can mix it down and all that good stuff, and everything sounds pretty good. So,
when you say special effects, tell folks at home a little bit more what that means and who would use that and why would they?
Special effects is just like special sounds. Like, say if you got a guitar playing, and then you'll hear like a noise in the background, whether it be a drum kit sound or just anything. You can hit it on the pad there, mix it down, and it'll make your music sound more. Like, it'll make your music sound different. And you can layer stuff on top of itself, and it sounds incredible if you do it the right way.
All right, Nathan. On the album, what song is yours and that you sing?
I don't sing lead. I'm not a huge singer, but I do sing on the track Jingle Bells. When it gets to the chorus, everybody in the studio sings. But other than that, I play bass on all the other tracks. So I'm not much of a singer, though. So.
Right. Nathan, what made you want to take this class, and why? What made you want to? Do you want to pursue a career in this?
Well, first of all, just this class. My good friend Posey, he told me about it, and he's a huge music person. I'm a huge music person, and it kind of intrigued me. The whole studio thing, just being able to record yourself and then make it what you want it to sound like, and it just intrigued me all the time. But I actually did. I got accepted to MTSU through the College of Media and Entertainment at MTSU for the whole recording thing, and so it's just always kind of interested me. Just being able to do all this, and then the special effects, and there's a lot of going on, and it's just interesting.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us, Nathan, and telling us a little bit about the recording studio.
Thank you.
We've made our way into the other recording studio, and we're with Maddie Bumgarner. Maddie, tell us a little bit about how you got involved with this class.
Well, I've heard about it a lot last year, and I was like, I wonder what it's about, and so I was like, asked my parents if I could take it. They said yes, so I got involved with all this, and I'm loving it so far. So.
Do you play an instrument? What instrument do you play?
I can play 3. I don't play guitar here, but I can play that piano, and on one track, Go Tell It on the Mountain, I play saxophone.
Okay. Talk a little bit about this recording studio and what goes on in here, and how that all gets put into the main control room.
Well, of course, you have the drum set. Posey normally plays it, and we do drums first, record drums first, and if that sounds all right, we go through with everything else. And
you add in, so you start with the drums, and then you add in the rest of the other instruments. So like yourself, you played the saxophone.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so then you add those in, and then that all goes to the main control room?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So this is your first year taking this class?
Yes, ma'am.
So will you be able to take this class next year, or do you graduate?
I graduate, sadly.
All right, so what would you like to do when you, would you like to be in the recording industry?
I actually do. I've looked at a few colleges that had them, and I've already talked to some of the people from there. So,
All right, well, that's really cool, really awesome, and it's a pleasure to meet you, and it's interesting to find out about what you do.
thank you.
Thank you. We're back in the control room, and we have Nathan Posey with us. Nathan, let's talk a little bit about the Eclectic Christmas album, and talk about a little bit what role you played with this year.
So technically I'm not really a student this year. I'm more of a student teacher. So I kind of help the guys with if they need any instrumentation, I'll help with that, or if they need some help tracking or whatever. Basically, I'm just kind of here to not tell them what to do, but just to kind of help them along. I mean, and that's pretty much what I've done. I've played on a lot of these tracks with all the rest, and so and I just have tons of fun with them, and it's great. It's great.
Let's talk a little bit about, some of the other students said that you play the drums, but you don't just play the drums. You actually play some other instruments. So tell them some of the ones that you play on this album.
On this album, I play. I did all the drum tracking pretty much, but I also did a little bit of bass whenever Nathan didn't do his songs, and then. I played guitar on a lot, on a lot of them. My buddy Colton, he's on the record. He played guitar on a few. Let's see, what else did I play? I played a couple piano parts, I guess. Played banjo on one. So and there's a lot. Tito, this is our bluegrass track that we'll show you here in a second. Our buddy Tito. Matthew Tito played mandolin on it. We have a couple singers in here, Olivia Dotson and Leila Gracie and Natasha McDonald. They all helped out. So it's not just we got some other. The city is really blessed to have a bunch of talented musicians and players and singers and everything, and we try to utilize that as best we can, as much as we can. So.
Now, you helped co-produce this album, and is this something that you want to do once you get out of school?
I definitely consider it every time we actually take a trip every year to MTSU, and we check out the thing, and we check out the recording studios and stuff like that. And man, it is the coolest thing. And so that's definitely like up there in my wants, what I want to do. Definitely something in music, and if I could get hooked in with this that'd be the dream. That'd be awesome.
We asked Seth, and he talked about, it took a long time to do one song, and he said, one song took almost 3 days to produce.
Right.
But, how long did it take to do the whole album? Because it takes a while.
The whole album, I want to say we started the better part of the last 2 weeks of August. We started getting songs together, started kind of getting the genres together. All of these songs are in different genres. So the first one's a rock and roll track, kind of punk, and then the second one is a like hip hop record, right? The third one's jazz, fourth one's bluegrass, the fifth one's kind of another rock one. So all these are different genres. So took a better part. We started kind of thinking about all this back half of August, and all the these are 2-3 minute songs, but they took 3 or 4 weeks to do. So it's a lot of work, but hard work. They worked hard, and I'm extremely proud of it. I know they are, Mr. Caldwell and everybody. So, but yeah, it's a good record. It's a good record.
Let's tell folks how much they are and where they can pick them up, Nathan.
Yeah, so the records are $10, and you can actually pick them up at the high school here. If you want to drop by the office anytime, you can get them here for $10. And yeah, and all the money that we raise is to build up our studio here for other clientele and other classes here. So just that way, the education here, but also performance for other people if they want to come in and record. It'll sound good. It'll be best, the best we can do it. And we just want to help out the community that way. So it'd be fun.
Absolutely. So folks can stop by the Fayetteville High School office, probably 8:30 in the morning to
8 to I think they close at 4. So yeah, they're still here till 4. So anytime, just drop by and we'll get you hooked up.
All right. Well, Nathan, we appreciate it. Now, you've got a track that you want us to hear, so
yeah.
We definitely want folks at home. This is kind of a teaser for them. We hope that you'll get out and you'll purchase one of the albums here at the Fayetteville High School for $10. But, Nathan, we want to let folks at home hear what you got for them so far.
Of course. So this is our bluegrass track. This is Jangle Bells. This is the one called Jangle Bells. So here you go.
Well, Nathan, this is going to be great, and we hope folks will come out and they will purchase a CD because they won't be disappointed.
No, not at all. Not at all. This is a great CD.
So we hope that you'll come out into the Fayetteville High School and office and get a CD for $10 and support a great project and some great students that have worked really, really hard.
Oh yeah, please come support music and us and everything. You won't regret it if you buy it. That's right.
Absolutely. Well, Nathan, we appreciate you and Mr. Caldwell and all the other students today giving us a tour of the Fayetteville High School recording studio and letting us have a small glimpse of what you guys have worked so hard on.
For sure. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
And we thank you, our viewers, for watching FPU's Channel 6, and we'll see you back in here next time.